What is meant when historians talk about pre-70 Judaism and post-70 CE Judaism? And what opinion do the scrolls reveal about that?
One of the things that's very clear is that the destruction of the temple had an effect on the nature of Judaism, because in pre-70 Judaism, the main thing that one did was to participate in the temple ritual. And there was a centralization, which leads also on some level to what people always talk about as a vicarious religious experience, because even if I'm not there, I'm being represented. So in that type of situation, we have tremendous emphasis on sacrifice, and we have only the beginnings of the synagogue as we know it in the pre-Christian, in the pre-destruction era, which is, of course, the pre-Christian era. As I said, it's essentially the same era. We have the beginnings of the synagogue. Now, when the destruction of the temple happens, two major things happen. One, the significance of the synagogue and prayer. Not that prayer didn't exist before. At Qumran, we have daily prayers. But what happened is that the significance of the synagogue tremendously expands, and it spreads all over the place geographically and as an archaeological site, because we have them all over the place. And then you get also tremendous emphasis being placed on Torah study as, if I can borrow the word from the Christians, a sacrament, meaning that one of the ways in which I worship God is by studying his Torah. So there's no question that this emphasis changed. Now, having said that, we have to be very careful of not overdoing this. There is a basic concept in old Protestant scholarship, which was anti-Semitic, which said that when the Jews rejected Jesus, Judaism changed completely from the prophetic religion into such things as rabbinism, legalism. These are all like dirty words for what happened when Judaism developed after rejecting Jesus. Now, that point of view has largely been pushed away, even in scholarship done by Christians today, as being anti-Semitic as it was. But we have to be very careful that when we overemphasize those changes that took place with the destruction of the temple, in a certain sense, we are imitating, let's just say, that same anti-Semitic idea, just that we pushed it ahead a few years. Jesus was crucified in 30, the temple was destroyed in 70. So we want to avoid overemphasizing discontinuity, and we won't want to overdo it, but yet there's no question that there are serious changes. Certainly in how we would appreciate, if you were a Jew living at that time, observing Judaism. Forget the people who experienced the Qumran. So let's say a person 100 BC and a person 100 CE. Their experience of Judaism would be quite different.